if you are anything like me, you probably are wondering, just like I am, why the hell is that blue down there? What the heck happened? You got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. Appreciate you hanging out, landscape or portrait. We do appreciate you hanging out, and I might be able to fix this. I might be able to fix this on the fly. You guys want to see something rad here? Let's see. Let's go to media assets. Let's go down to the Go Show. Nope. Watch this. Watch this. Media assets. Let's go down to. Let's do wildlife for tomorrow. Nothing. Okay, StreamYard completely failing me on that, but we got blue today, and we're just gonna keep it the way it goes. That is the way it absolutely is going to be. And welcome. So let's go. I told you I'd have some landscape all the way, baby. I tell you. Good Lord. You don't want the portrait that you want up in the grill, but if you're on the gram, that's what you get. Just straight up in the grill. I'm gonna pop over there and see. Okay. Yep. Dude, that is like right up in my biscuits right there. But that's the way it is. Let's talk about this because this is absolutely crazy. This is off the rails. Some of you might be hearing for the first time that racks, and I ain't talking about Scottsdale, downtown Scottsdale racks. I'm talking about racks on deer, on a buck, are very valuable. There are people that are what are called shed hunters. And for those that don't know, the ungulates of the world, the deer, the moose, the elk, they shed their antlers once a year. The things just fall off. And it's funny because instead of fighting like this, just ramming each other into the racks and banging around the racks and all that stuff, their antlers, they fight like this. When they don't have when they when they don't have antlers to fight with, they do one of these things. But would jack you up, though. Would absolutely jack you up if they did that to you. So anyway, those sheds, they're people that do shed hunting. They go out and they hunt around the Flagstaff area, the high country, out in the desert. I have found a few myself just rolling around, and you look down and you're like, holy crap, there's just a rack right here. If you get a saw and are so inclined, you can sell those damn things by the inch. You can sell you as great dog treats. They also are worth some money as depending on the size of it, obviously. And if you find the pair, so you get a set, they actually worth some dough. And when I say dough, how about $1 million? Yeah, see, now I got your attention on this. Yeah, you could sell them for, a couple $100, whatever. $1 million for the big bad boy, the world record. Now, this was the general. The general was the tales say he was never taken by a hunter, but his record-breaking sheds were actually found, and it is rather wild. Okay, it just is this whole thing. So this guy right here was the latest to purchase. This set of sheds has made the rounds. A few owners, I believe, Pope and Young, maybe Boone and Crockett, whatever organization had it, and then Cabela's owned it. Then after Bass Pro took over Cabela's, they're like, what are we doing with these things? Are worth a lot of money. Let's see if we can get on this. And a side note here, how about this? The bunch of crap that this is. Bass Pro that came in and wiped out Cabela's. It's a hostile takeover. It was just, we knew it was going to happen when somebody, I forget the guy's name, he joined the board of either Cabela's or Bass Pro, one of the two. And we knew that right away, this guy's going to take over. Those two will be the same company, like fast. And they were right. So that idiot made that happen. But anyway, Bass Pro Shop in some parts of the country, in their big locations like Springfield, Missouri, which is their corporate headquarters, which their Bass Pro is a mall, essentially. It has a fishable stream in the middle. It has a lake to test drive boats. They charge admission. Not only do they charge admission to go to Bass Pro Shop, to shop there. I mean, they charge like an annual fee like Costco or something like that and then gave people discounts, rock on. But no, they charge admission to get into Bass Pro Shop. On top of that, God, this is so funny. because they have the big fish tanks, many locations are registered as zoos and public attractions. Therefore, get special tax consideration and funding. Yeah, so next time you go to Bass Pro Shop, just be like, yo, guys, really? You're going to charge me $140 for this pair of camo pants? Like, come on. Just please. Bass Pro, I'm putting you on notice. I got to talk to you. I want someone from Bass Pro to come explain this to me, to us, we the people, and we really figure this out. Holy mackerel. Okay. Bass Pro bought these things, and they said we can get some money for this because they're a bunch of money grubbing punks, apparently. And this guy bought them. This guy is a notorious, just rack collector, and he's got a bunch of money, obviously. This dude paid $1 million for those. $1 million. You're seeing it right there. You're seeing that's literally what that guy paid. That's the world record whitetail deer. Typical world record typical whitetail. Okay, that's him right there. That's the guy that's a goofball and has enough money just to give $1 million for a rack. And you're right, Brendan. Yeah, $2 billion in government funding. Wouldn't doubt that one little bit. We'll talk about that in a bit here. Here's the problem. Do y'all remember? I'll come back to my pretty face here. Do y'all remember? And you might not have heard this, but it's funny. If you guys know the artist Banksy, which might be a group of people, who the hell knows? But Banksy's like a sniper artist. Like he'll just show up and paint an entire wall overnight, and the next day it's like, oh, this building's now worth $1 trillion because there's a Banksy on the side of it. There's actually a Banksy museum in Portugal. I'm helping Queen Bee plan the vacation out there. So I found there's a Banksy museum in Lisbon. And Banksy had a piece of art. This is a trip. Had a piece of art that was sitting on a shelf at Sotheby's or one of the big auction houses, right? So people are like, no, it's $1 million, $1.2 million. Oh, give me $1.3 million. I want my Banksy. The minute the gavel slammed down, sold to a person, the second, not the minute, the second that gavel went slam, something was triggered in the shelf that the piece of art was being held on against the wall, and it went through a shredder. Not kidding. Not kidding. It happened. Which probably made it worth more money, but still, it was a Banksy little to the establishment. Thought it was pretty funny. Because who the hell are they going to give the money to? Nobody knows who Banksy is. Anyway, this guy, right? This guy found the deal here, right? This guy right here, he got it. This guy, this is what he bought for $1 million. $1 million. Then somebody found a picture of it from back in the day. Okay, ready for this? Same sheds. $1 million. Problem is something different about them. Can you catch the difference in this to that? It's hard to tell because there's such different pictures and they're not side by side, but I will tell you this. There is, well, let me zoom in on it for you. Let me just go ahead and zoom in. Okay. You see on the right and left side, these are what in the hunting world and in shed world is called kickers. These are kickers. You see these 2 points going out on each side of that? Okay. You see those just little tiny rings, right? And by the way, without those kickers, still a record buck. Okay. They don't have them in that picture. They have them in this picture. Don't have them in that picture. Don't have it in that recreation of them. Look at that I mean, come on. Could you imagine having a tag and then seeing that thing come around, peel around a tree? Whoo! There's something called buck fever, which would definitely be a problem. The buck fever is when you get a buck of this size, or any size, really, the first buck you see, in your crosshairs or in your peep sight if you bow, and you just freeze up. It's called buck fever. It happens. Trust me. So this guy bought this shed. They've either been altered or the guy was completely scammed. Either way, well, actually, he was scammed either way, right? Talk about a scam and a half. This clown. Bass Pro started as a liquor store. Nice. Well done, buddy. I appreciate that, Brendan. Thank you for that tidbit, my man. And then look at this. Why does it have this cool like thing on it? What kind of? I gotta go do some whatever. What do I use here? StreamYard. I gotta go do some things like that. Anyway, what the hell would you do? I would be livid. I would be at Bass Pro Shop with the sheds and say, I need to go to the return desk, please. I would like my $1 million back. I don't care still. It was funny. The articles that I was reading about it, both the articles said that still a record buck without the kickers does not matter. They're either altered or this is not the same one. This ain't the general. Sorry. That absolutely fascinates me that someone's going to spend $1 million for a rack. My former father-in-law had a beast of a mount on his at his farm in Missouri. I mean, this thing was just I think I want to say it was like a 10 by 10. It was absurd. It was absolutely absurd how big this thing was. And somebody broke into his farmhouse and took it. And they said that it could probably fetch about $50,000 to $60,000. Just that bust alone. Bust? Is that it? Mount. We're talking about racks. I mean, come on. Racks, busts. No, I meant bust like the head. Come on, guys. Is it lunchtime yet? Anyway, let's keep moving along here. So this poor guy, I did, but hey, a fool and his money are soon parted. Let's introduce you to Jake Hausman. Jake Hausman is now public enemy number 1 in the fishing tournament series everywhere. Jake Hausman, take it easy, Lynn. Jake Hausman is public enemy number 1 on the fishing circuit because he is a cheater. Now, we have seen things in the past. Go ahead, Jake, in a second. We've seen tournament cheaters in the past, and they get busted. Here's an interesting part about this. If the money they win in cheating and during these tournaments exceeds $10,000, we're talking about like felony 1, like prison time, probation, because it's stealing. So if you cheat in a tournament, it is literally, and win money, it is a prize, anything. It is stealing. You're stealing. So this guy got caught stealing once, not when he was 5, but he got caught stealing. How did he get caught stealing? Well, this how. 2 different tournaments posted pictures of the same damn fish. Now, let me tell you what's going on here. The top picture was a boat tournament, a bass tournament, just in I believe it was in New York. And he caught this big beast, took a picture of it, right? The picture on the bottom, you can see 0 difference in that fish. It is the same fish. There is nothing different about that fish. It is the same fish. Not for all intents and purposes. It is the same fish. And what's going on in the bottom, kayak angling is not done by weight. Kayak tournaments aren't done by weight. In a kayak tournament, you catch the fish, you put it on a measuring board. You put lips to the little stopper there, and you measure it out to the tip of the tail. And it's on length. Okay, so it's not done on weight, it's done on length. So you put it on the board, you snap a picture of it, and then you release the fish, and then you go in and the tournament guys look at your pictures, and they go, okay. And usually they'll have a little thing, a little lanyard you have on there, and you put your number in, so that each picture has your ID from that tournament. This did not. But you can see very clearly in this that he's holding in one, he's on a kayak in the other. How the hell does this dude have? This is a fantastic story. How the hell does this guy have a picture of the same fish, one in a boat and one on a kayak? You can clearly see this different. He's in different spots right there. How the hell can you do that? Let me show you. There you go. This is his boat. This is a picture of his boat. So he has a boat. You see right behind the driver's seat right there. You see that green, that fluorescent green? Chartreuse, some might call it. And that is a kayak seat and a piece of basically just green plastic that he would catch the fish on the boat, probably on that seat up front with the trolling motor. And he would take a picture of it for the whatever tournament he was in. Then he would jump back here and he would take a picture of it for future kayak tournaments. He had a makeshift kayak in the back of his boat. So he could pretend that he was in a kayak for the kayak tournaments. Or he was in the kayak tournament and the dude was just going out in his boat, catching a bunch of fish. It's easier to catch a fish in a boat than a kayak. And then he would take a picture of the kayak. He'd come back to the shore and be like, oh, yeah, I already put the kayak back in the truck. Here you go. Here's my pictures. This guy has been removed and banned from every damn tournament you could possibly consider, boat and kayak. Dude got the double whammy on that. So let me ask you this. Would it be okay if he apologized? Would you let this guy, should this guy be back in the game? Because obviously I can catch fish, but should he be back in the game if if he apologizes? What if the apology is sincere? You see, as parents, we know we get kids that oh yeah, Dad, I'm sorry, yeah, sorry, Dad, sorry, Mom, yeah, okay, fine, sorry. I always ask my children, what are you sorry for? Because they say sorry, what are you sorry for? I want them to explain the infraction and what they're apologizing for. Oh yeah, and it's funny. It's funny you say that, Brendan, because this is funny to me. Is that somebody on Facebook caught it? It wasn't even the tournament guys that caught it. Facebook guys caught it. They're like, something's wrong with this dude. And obviously, they didn't post them together, but they were like, great fish, beautiful fish. Show it to you guys again. Great fish, beautiful fish. Something's off about that. Let me explain to you his apology. I don't know. Sorry, let's get into this here. Hi, John. Just wanted to reach out and tell you that I'm terribly sorry for cheating in your online event back in June for NYKBF. I understand my apology will never be accepted, and I am fine with that. My actions were unacceptable, and I am happy to receive a lifetime ban from all tournament trails across the country. I was wondering if I could send back the money I won so that you could properly distribute it to the rightful winners. What do you think about that? He's like, hey, listen, man, I get the ban. I understand it. Sucks, but dude, I did it. I did the crime. I'm doing the time. And hey, can I give the money back? Should the guy be let back in a couple years? Maybe give him a 5-year ban instead of a lifetime ban? Dude's giving the money back. I mean, I'd be surprised if the tournaments even get back to him on that question. And so he keeps the money, donates the money, whatever. Yeah, I understand, Brendan. That was a little Trumpy right there. Yeah. Great fish, beautiful. I know fish. Catch it. Do a little bit of this dancing. Like this. I'd let him back in. I would. Dude, after that, you give the money back. Dude, you understand that you're a complete punk ass. We get it. But we're a welcoming community. We want you to be back in the fold. But dude, you got a 5-year ban. You're not back in for 5 years. And when you are in a tournament, dude, like intro to the tournament before everybody kicks off, that kind of thing, like you're talking. You're telling people, man, hey, listen, I'm sorry, did the crime, I did the time. Hope you guys will welcome me back. Won't be obviously all eyes are going to be on me, so I can't cheat. If y'all remember Michael P. Whiny Weinstein, that was my first co-host in radio. Whiny's for Mike and Whiny. Whiny we'd golf a lot. And I'm not kidding, whether it was a tournament or whether it was a just us out there playing and we get paired up with someone. He would tell everyone on the first tee, and he had a speech. I don't remember it verbatim, but this was the crux of it. I cheat. It's your job to find where I cheat. If you don't find where I cheat, but you just see a lower score than you think I should have, I wasn't caught. That's it. Which saved me quite a bit of money. It saved me quite a bit of money because no one would bet with us. We wouldn't do like, a buck a hole, anything like that. Nothing like that. Because no one would want to bet when Weinstein was around. Because he just admitted his shit. And I respected it. I never punked him for it. I was like, dude, nothing but respect, bro. And he did. He was such a cheater. Yeah, put me down for 5. Like, dude, you lost 2 in the lake. And this is a par. You'll put you down for a par? Okay, sure. Oh, yeah, par. Yeah, par. Yeah, bogey on that one. Yeah, bogey on. On a golf course, that's how I tell if Whitey was lying. His lips were moving. Good Lord. You guys, thank you. Let's wrap up the week strong, shall we? You guys are my peeps, and I'm excited to be able to wrap up the week with you. So let's do it again right here on the Go Show, hopefully with proper branding. Celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. Hasta mañana.